Why, good evening, everybody. And it's been a while since I did this, but I'm going to read another chapter of my second book, the same series, Protectors of Earth series, but the title is A Walking Nightmare. Same characters, too, just I'm on chapter 5. Okay, let's continue. Rebecca, Jacob, and Brittany are all sitting inside the headmaster's office, waiting to discuss what he wants them to do next. I thought you were going to take us to Gabriel. This looks like the United States Eastern headquarters of the Protectors of Earth. You can't lie to us neither, because we have been in this exact room before. Granted, it's been changed a little bit, but I know where we are. Jacob sounds a little unpleased. He feels like that he is retaking his own steps, just to please the P.O.E. higher ranking individuals and their need to know basis. You will meet Gabriel in due time, but you have to understand I still have to go through the chain of command. That is just how life works, even in a secret organization. Rebecca wishes that Jacob could have patience right now. Hello, Rebecca. I see that you have finally brought Jacob and Brittany back to where they belong. The headmaster finally enters the room, knowing that one of his best field agents can handle anything. It took them a little convincing, since I can't tell them everything that they want to know. But yeah, they realized that learning about who their parents were is a huge step into figuring out who they can become. Rebecca explains after she takes a seat across from the headmaster. I'm happy to hear that. So, Jacob, Brittany, what do you two think about this situation? The headmaster asking how Brittany and Jacob feel is a surprise to Rebecca. We both agree that we want to know everything about our parents and what they used to do for you. But Rebecca tells us that they used to only accept top secret missions, and the only person that knows about those is the lead headmaster, Gabriel. Jacob answers, and Brittany nods her head in agreement. You are right about Gabriel, because he is the only headmaster that knows about all of the top secret missions. But what if I told you that they didn't always take those missions? Only when they decided to protect the both of you and leave their significant others did they take the top secret missions. We didn't know that. Shit. We don't really know much about them. Brittany seems a little upset into how little she really knows the woman that went through the pain of pregnancy so that she could be born. They didn't do many cases that weren't top secret, but there were a few. The headmaster goes through the bottom drawer of his desk and pulls out a yellow folder and hands it to Jacob. Once he begins to read it, Brittany is sitting right next to him, reading it right along with him. While they are reading that, why don't you tell me what I'm supposed to do next? Now that Jacob and Brittany are willing to learn, normally I would take them directly to Gabriel, but I know how you like to be in direct contact with the missions you supervise. Rebecca, knowing that going through a middleman wastes valuable time. I appreciate that you're obeying the rules that I have set, but the only thing I want you to do is sit here and wait until Christopher and Matthew arrive. Really? I never thought they could actually leave their classrooms. How are you sure that they are our escorts? Rebecca is completely surprised. Jacob and Brittany must be important than she originally thought. I have received an email stating that I have to place one of my teams on standby for somebody's arrival, and the mission is to find, turn page, you three. The headmaster prints a copy of the email and hands it to Rebecca for her to look over. Now that is a couple things that we didn't know before, Brittany comments, what she just read in the folder. Yes, it was. Do you think that we can keep this? Jacob adds, closing the folder. No, I don't mind. It's only a copy. In fact, give me that copy back and I will print out different folders. One for Jacob showing him what I know about his father, and one for Brittany showing her what I know about her mother. He likes that idea, so he goes right back to his computer, typing things up. This only take a couple of minutes. So, Headmaster, now that you have all of our attention, what should we do? Wait for Christopher and Matthew to get here? Rebecca asks again. As soon as I give Jacob and Brittany their own files, I want you to get packed because I am thinking that you will be there for a while. I am making you Jacob and Brittany's personal team leader. So whatever team you choose, you have to take Jacob and Brittany along with you. The headmaster begins to print out separate copies, one about Jacob's father and another one about Brittany's mother. As you wish, Headmaster. And for your information, if I have to pick a team, Jacob and Brittany are the first two people that I would choose. Rebecca stands up out of her chair, walks over towards the door, opens it, and stands there waiting until the headmaster is finished with Jacob and Brittany as well. She is ready to go, but she does not want to be rude, and she is also Jacob and Brittany's team leader. Alright, Jacob, Brittany, I want you both to follow Rebecca. Just pretend that she is your guide. The headmaster hands Jacob a folder and then Brittany one as well. Both separate folders explaining what he knows about their separate parents. Jacob and Brittany then walk towards the door so they can walk behind Rebecca. Oh, and Rebecca, please be careful. When there is also a walking nightmare, Balthazar, and a human psychopath all out there coming for you, I urge you to be careful and call me if you need anything. I'm pretty sure that we will be fine, but I do have your number, so I will make sure that I call if there is an emergency. Rebecca exits through the door, and her next location is to her room that is inside the headquarters, with her Jacob and Brittany right behind her. Once they all get inside Rebecca's room, Rebecca begins to pack a bag. She first gets some clothes out of her closet. Then she also gets some weapons. She hands Jacob a sword and then hands Brittany a crossbow and a bag of arrows. So what is the deal about the school's headmaster, Gabriel? How does he know so much? Brittany asks as she checks the crossbow and decides that it will work. There are a lot of rumors and speculations about Gabriel. I don't try to ponder over it too much. He hasn't done me wrong yet. So I really don't care about anything about what anybody else has to say about him. Just as long as he has my back and I can trust him with my life. Rebecca places a couple of books inside her bag. Screams begin to seep into Rebecca's room and it surprises everybody. So she grabs her bag and has a look outside of her room. She sees people running towards the exit screaming. Then she sees a couple field agents exit their rooms. What's going on? She asks one of them as they all are running past her door with their swords out ready to defend their home. Dozens of demons and zombies have just entered the main entrance. It is all hands on deck, Rebecca, so let's go. The field agent goes back to running with the group. We have to go, so grab your stuff, Rebecca instructs. Jacob and Brittany listens so they all run out of the room, turn a corner, and then they see that 24 demons, and they are all standing in front of the main exit of the building, with their razor-sharp claws fully extended and drool dripping down their face like a dog. Is there another exit to this place? Jacob asks. He has his sword out ready to fight, but does not think being suicidal is the way to go either. Yes, but they need our help, and the exit is on the other side of the warehouse. There are twice as many demons as there are field agents, and while they are standing around talking about things, 2 field agents are getting ripped to shreds by the Class B demons, fully extended, viciously sharp claws. The screaming of the agents echoes throughout the building, so Rebecca runs towards the group of demons and begins to chop off heads. Jacob and Brittany slowly make their way towards the group of demons. As he covers her, she shoots them in the head, 1 arrow per demon. The closer they get to the group, the ratio of demons versus the field agents turn towards the demons' favor even more. These demons are stronger than ever, and they are working as a team. One of the guys on the left of them screams. He is surrounded by demons and knows that they are going to mutilate him and steal his soul. Keep fighting, Rebecca screams back. but the longer they keep fighting, the smaller the group gets. It isn't a nice view watching everybody around you getting ripped to shreds, no matter how much they fight. So Rebecca joins Jacob and Brittany, and they begin to back up slowly. Okay, Becky, what do we do now? Brittany is running low on arrows. It's like no matter how many they kill, more demons enter through the main entrance. We would just have to go through the back exit. Rebecca turns around and begins to jog in the other direction, with Jacob and Brittany right behind her. But we have to stop at the headmaster's office. The good thing about minions is that they are slow. Rebecca only fears that the Class B demons working as a team can only mean one thing, that they are beginning to get smarter or higher power is at work, and either way worries her. All three of them enter the headmaster's office and see that the office has not been touched and the headmaster is still alive, sitting in his office chair and having a conversation with Christopher and Matthew. Rebecca, it's so good for you to join us, the headmaster admits. I hate to be rude, headmaster, but we have to go. But we have got to get out of here because we are under attack by supernatural beings. Rebecca tells everybody what they should be doing. None of them ask anything. Stand up out of their seats, grab their swords, and quickly exit the office door. Don't worry about it, Becky. We are more skilled in this art than you. So we have it. Just protect the headmaster. Christopher raises his sword and begins to slowly walk towards the group of supernatural beings. We need to practice anyways. Matthew joins Christopher in the fight against a group of demons and zombies. It doesn't matter how good they think they are, they will need some help with this. So Becca, I want you to go help them. The headmaster instructs. Are you sure, headmaster? Yes, I am. I have confidence with Jacob and Brittany's abilities. Rebecca quickly joins the fight with Christopher and Matthew. We are not that skilled. Have you seen how many zombies and demons there are? Jacob still has his guard up, knowing that they will have to kill a supernatural being eventually, even moving slowly as they are towards the door. By the time Rebecca reaches Christopher and Matthew, they have almost half of them beheaded, but even they are seeing that the minions are getting stronger, smarter, and working more as a unit. Who are giving these guys a power boost? Matthew cuts off one Class B demon's head while cutting another one's head with the same swing of his sword. The only being powerful enough to make demons and zombies stronger is their creator, Lucifer. That can mean that his power is being spread around in hell, and that can become everybody's problem. The headmaster is also overwhelmed by these demons' new powers, but it still isn't enough to stop three very skilled field agents who know how to work together. Christopher bellows as the group of demons and zombies now are down to about half a dozen, and they are almost at the door. What the? The headmaster is pulled by something, by his ankles, and a couple of zombies are already eating his flesh off of his thigh. But it does not last that long because Brittany uses two of her arrows and shoots both of them in their heads. The headmaster is just about in tears, knowing what will happen to him. So Jacob feels like he is doing the right thing when he chops the headmaster's head completely off with his sword. With all of the Class B demons and zombies cleared out, they did not have time to think about his death. Come on, you two. It's time to go. Rebecca cuts off one more zombie's head before she exits the headquarters, right behind Christopher and Matthew. We are right behind you. Sorry, but I had to kill your new headmaster, Jacob admits, as he and Brittany also exit through the door. It would definitely be counted as a loss, as long as it was necessary. Christopher resheaths his sword as he grabs for the front door handle to his car. I wouldn't have done it on purpose. Jacob gets into the back seat of the car so Brittany can sit on his right and Rebecca can sit on his left. Well, it's good to know that you have a conscience. Matthew gets into the front passenger seat, but your swordsmanship skills can use a little work. I will give both of you a few lessons when we get back to the university. Well, Rebecca, I don't think you need any teachings. You are about as good as wielding your sword as I am. Thank you, Matthew. Rebecca turns his head. Rebecca turns her head and tries to focus on something else than what she does for a living. Are we going to talk to Gabriel once we get to the university? Brittany asks. Before she has any more training, she has to know more about her mother. Yes, we are, and Gabriel likes to have a meet and greet with the new students. And how it sounds to me that he will want a conversation with you two once we get there. From what I have gathered, both of you are highly valuable to him and this organization. I'm glad to hear that. Brittany and Jacob are both more at ease now. All of their lives, they have been lost and clueless. But since they have met Rebecca, they have been finding out more about Jacob's father and Brittany's mother than they have ever thought possible. So if you like supernatural horror, like this post, comment what you think, subscribe, and have a good night.